All right, everyone, welcome to today's strength class. Happy Monday. Here is our waiver for the month of June, almost halfway down through the year. Here we have Q for perform. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to add yourself to that Slack thread. We are in week 2, which is, I believe, is activation. If you are participating in the chat, I added the week 2 quiz link. Again, we have tons of different master classes going on as well throughout the weeks. So hopefully you are able to join and get some value from this program. And then also we have the perfect posture program going on. Again, Kimberly and Brooke, they also do a really, really good job with all these different types of programs that we offer you on site, locally, and nationally. So again, if you have any questions, add yourself to that Slack thread. And then lastly, again, we have all these kicking demos that we do every month. Jenny and Shannon, they always do a really, really good job. Hopefully you get some really cool inspiration, and hopefully you can add some really good quality ingredients to your meals that you prepare for yourself and for your families. I will go ahead and stop sharing now. Again, in the chat, you will need a light to moderate pair of dumbbells. And then we're going to go ahead and start moving. I'll go ahead and spotlight myself. All right, looks like I'm spotlighted. All right, friends, let's go ahead and start moving. Let's just go ahead and start with some lateral arm swings. So just kind of move freely. We're going to go ahead one hand over the other. Again, focusing here on opening up our chest, getting a little bit of warmth here in our upper body, as we will predominantly be doing some upper body exercises, but doing some full body programming. Let's go ahead and do some CARs, or what's called controlled articular rotations. I'll go ahead and go from the side view. We're going to go ahead and bring our thumb up, and then we're going to go ahead and rotate our thumb towards the lateral aspect of our body, and then we're going to go ahead and rotate and come back through. Let's do about 5 reps on your own, creating a nice big circle. Again, thumbs up, and then rotating. And just getting some warmth here in our shoulders as we are doing some vertical pressing. Got one more rep. Let's go ahead and go with the left hand now. Same thing. Bring our thumbs up, bring our thumbs down, and then rotate all the way through. If you have some trouble with your shoulders, just feel free to kind of do some extension, some flexion if that works better for you. You don't have to rotate if you don't like to. Remember, it kind of hurts your rotator cuff or your shoulders. Do one more rep again, total of 5. 5 on your right, 5 on your left. All right, let's go ahead and do some lateral flexion out here in our neck just to get our neck muscles engaged. Go ahead and have your hands behind your back. Go ahead and bring your left shoulder towards, or your left earlobe towards that left shoulder, and then go back to neutral. And then you repeat on your right side. We'll do about 3 to 5 reps on your left, 3 to 5 on your right. Again, as you are performing these exercises and warming up, please bring some awareness to your breath. Make sure that you are not holding your breath throughout any of these exercises. All right, good job, everyone. Let's go and do some shoulder shrugs now. We're going to go ahead and bring our shoulders up to our earlobes and go ahead and retract our shoulders. Again, moving backwards, doing some big shrugs, or creating a nice I don't know with our shoulders and our traps. We'll do about 5 reps going backwards. Let's go and go forward now. And try to get nice and high towards our earlobes. About 5 repetitions. All right, we'll do one more. Let's go and get some blood flow here to our low back. So go ahead and have your feet directly underneath your hips. And go ahead and push your hips back. Go ahead and reach down and try and grab your ankles. You can kind of move your hips side to side if you like. If you have good flexibility, you can go ahead and reach down and touch your toes or put your hands on the ground if you like. Again, we're just looking to get some blood flow here to our lower back. You could also flex your knees more to kind of relieve a little bit of tension if you like, or if you have good flexibility, go ahead and push your knees back. You get a little bit more of a stretch. Got here for a couple more seconds, and we'll go ahead and start some points of performances. All right, everyone, feel free to grab yourself a little water, take a little sip of water. We have 6 different movements today, doing tons of different patterns. We have the very first move will be your dumbbell alternating strict press. So we're going to go and take those dumbbells, put them right here in the very front rack position. We're going to go and start with a nice wide base for some good stability. We're gonna go ahead and lock out the elbow, bring that dumbbell back to our shoulder, and go ahead and alternate with the other side. That will be your dumbbell alternating strict press. For all these movements today, we're looking to build up some volume and get a pretty good amount of repetitions. Not so much going so fast, but again, creating good movement quality and getting good quality repetitions. We're gonna go ahead and work for 40 seconds, and then we're gonna go and take a nice little 20-second break for a nice little water break. Again, get some heavier dumbbells, lighter dumbbells, etc. So the very first movement will be your dumbbell alternating strict press. After we finish that movement, we're then going to go to a dumbbell bent over row. We're going to have our feet directly underneath our hips. We're going to go ahead and bend at the waist, try to keep our shoulders nice and parallel. And then all we're doing here is alternating every rep, trying to get our dumbbell close to our rib cage. Again, achieving as much range of motion as we can. Again, creating good quality movement. After that, we have a standing dumbbell decline fly. Have our feet, again, just outside of our hips with our palms facing forward. We're going to go ahead and bring those dumbbells up to the very middle of our chest. And then we're going to slowly bring them down, or really focus on what we call the eccentric portion of the lift or the exercise, or the lengthening of the muscle. That way we can really focus on building some good chest muscles and having some good time under tension. After we finish those three movements, we're then going to go to some dumbbell shoulder raises. You will have your palms facing your thighs, your feet directly underneath you. We're going to go and take those dumbbells and bring them up to the eye level. If you want to go and add a little lateral raise, feel free to do that. Again, you should be able to see your dumbbells in your peripheral vision. If you want to go fully laterally, you totally can as well. And then lastly, we have two very simple movements. We have a dumbbell floor march and then a dumbbell alternating curl. You'll take that dumbbell, put it right here around your clavicle, and then all we're really doing here is focusing on bringing our knees nice and high and really focusing on stabilizing our muscles and also working our glutes and our low back. And then lastly, we will finish up with a dumbbell alternating curl. Really easy movement. I'll coach you to that movement. So go ahead and grab yourself a sip of water. I'm going to go and put the clock on, and then we are going to go ahead and start. Again, we have a 12-minute workout, repeating these intervals for these 6 movements for 2 intervals. So go and grab your dumbbells, put them in the front rack. We are going to get and start in 3, 2, 1. All right, clock is on. Working for 40 seconds. Again, taking those dumbbells, put them right here in the very front rack position. Let's go ahead and lock out that elbow. Go ahead and alternate. Again, as we are bringing the dumbbell towards our shoulders, take a nice big breath in. And then as we press away, we're going to go ahead and exhale on the concentric contraction. Again, you should have a nice, good wide base. We have about 10 more seconds. Again, focus here on squeezing your midline. You can also squeeze your glutes too. 2, 1. We're going to go ahead and rest. Let's go ahead and put those dumbbells down. Let your hands rest. Again, as you are performing these different movements in your own time when you're exercising on your own, warming up, flexing, doing some stretching, mobility. Again, just bring some awareness to your breath. Make sure that you're not holding your breath throughout the range of motion. We're going to get to the bent over row in 2, 1. Again, feet directly underneath your hips. Go ahead and push your hips back. And all we're doing here is focusing on locking out our elbows, getting full range of motion, and trying our best to get those dumbbells nice and close towards our rib cage. Again, if you have any troubles with the weights or with the load, you go ahead and just do this body weights. I'll go ahead and put those dumbbells down. And at least we're just trying to train a little bit of the pattern here. We got about 10 more seconds. Again, strength is gained in the range of motion that we train it. So the more that we can get to good quality, good full range of motion, let's go ahead and rest, the better our muscles will be for long-term health and wellness. The next movement we're going to go ahead and do is the dumbbell chest fly. You can do this one of 2 ways. You can go ahead and have your feet in nice, good wide stance. I'm going to do that. Or if you want to go ahead and stagger, you can totally do that as well. Grab those dumbbells. We're starting in 2 seconds. I'm going to go a nice, good wide base. Again, focus on bringing those dumbbells up towards our chest and then going down nice and slow on the eccentric or the lengthening part of our muscles. Again, as those dumbbells come towards our sides, take an air. As they come in towards our chest, go ahead and exhale or breathe out. Again, if you have some pretty light dumbbells, you could also kind of speed up a little bit. Don't go super fast, but try to get a little bit more repetitions if you like. If you like doing training for muscular endurance, go ahead and rest now. Nice job, everyone. So we're halfway done through the interval. We got 3 more exercises left, targeting our shoulders, targeting our core, a little bit of aerobic, and then doing some simple bicep curls. Grab our dumbbells again. We have the shoulder raises. You can have your feet just directly underneath your hips. You can even have a nice little slight bounce to it. Go ahead and bring those dumbbells up towards our shoulders. Again, if you want to add a lateral raise, you totally can. I like to go diagonal just because it feels a little bit better on my shoulders. But if you want to go and go full lateral, you totally can as well. You can go and alternate if you like, or if you want to do like 5 reps frontal raises, do that as well. And then just add some lateral ones. We got about 5 more seconds. 2, 1, and then go ahead and rest. Nice job, everyone. We got 2 more movements here left in this interval before we go back up to the top. The next movement we're going to perform is the dumbbell floor march. You can do this one of 2 ways with just 1 dumbbell, or if you want to hold a pair, you totally can. But this is a bracing exercise. Also going to slightly elevate our heart rate because we will be marching. Take that dumbbell, put it right here in the front rack, holding it in the crush grip position, and focus on bringing our knees up nice and high. Again, you might notice a little sway, which is okay, but all we're doing here is getting some glute activation. But again, this is predominantly a bracing exercise as we're really focusing on stacking our hips, engaging our belly button, and squeezing our abs or our midline while having some good breathing mechanics. And you might notice your heart rate work a little bit more as you're taking a little bit more steps. Go ahead and rest. 40 seconds. Nice job. Might even feel it here in your glutes as well as you are doing some contractions going up and down. Last one is we have a dumbbell bicep curl. Really simple exercise. Go ahead and grab those dumbbells. Got about 5 more seconds before we start. A nice comfortable stance. Let's go ahead and go palms up. We'll go alternating. Bring that dumbbell up towards that shoulder. And then go ahead and alternate. Again, if you want to focus on the eccentric or the lowering part of the dumbbell, you will maximize hypertrophy or the growth and stimulation of that muscle that you are targeting. Or if you want to do a little bit more muscular endurance, you want to go a little bit more faster to get more repetitions in, you can do that as well. Again, you can get stronger in whatever phase that you are training in, as long as you are breaking down muscle tissue. Go ahead and rest. Trying to maximize growth. Nice job, everyone. Feel free to grab a little bit of sip of water. We have 1 more interval. We're going to go back up to the top, starting again with the dumbbell alternating strict press. Go ahead and just kind of rest your grip, rest your hands. We got about 3 seconds. Starting the second interval now. Again, go and take those dumbbells up to the front rack. Go ahead and lock out that elbow. Again, if you have issues with your shoulders, or maybe you can't fully reach full elbow extension, feel free to do this without any weight. And just focus here on, again, just trying to achieve good range of motion, keeping your elbows in. That way it's kind of safe on your shoulders. And again, just kind of focusing here on the good movement pattern. You might even notice that you kind of sway a little bit. That's a little bit of compensation, which is okay if you're doing some body weight, but we really want to focus again on stacking and having good movement mechanics. Let's go ahead and rest now. Nice job. We won't be doing any more vertical pressing anymore. So if that bothers your shoulders, we're going to go ahead and stop doing that. The next movement, we're going to go and get to the bent over row position. Again, pushing our hips back, trying to have our shoulders nice and parallel to the floor. 2, 1, go ahead and start the movement pattern. Again, as you are rowing, try not to bring your shoulders up, as this kind of messes up the angle that you're kind of training in. So really focus on keeping those shoulders nice and parallel. You might even have to activate your glutes a little bit, or squeezing your glutes. Might even have to squeeze your belly button, push yourself in a nice stable position. We got about 15 more seconds. And again, try to achieve full range of motion as we move through the movement. 3, 2, 1, rest. Nice job. Go and put those dumbbells down. Let your hands rest a little bit. Again, hopefully you are kind of resting a little bit, letting your grip take a nice little break. We have about 8 more seconds before we get into the chest fly. I'll go ahead and demo this movement in the staggered position. A little bit more advanced as you are kind of unbalanced here, but also just adding some variation. Again, just moving one foot in front of the other. Your back foot, your foot should not be flat on the floor. Your heels should be elevated. And you can do this about for 10 seconds and then basically switch legs. That way you kind of train in both split stances. If you're ever interested in Olympic lifting, again, training staggered can also be beneficial in the split jerk position. Got about 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right, nice job. I already feel pretty good amount of blood flow in my upper body, so hopefully you're feeling the same thing. We got 3 more movements again. Shoulder raises, the floor march, and then we're going to go ahead and on the dumbbell alternating curl. All right, go ahead and grab those dumbbells once again. Let's go ahead and have your feet directly underneath us. Go ahead and take those dumbbells and bring them up towards our eyesight or around our chin area. Again, you can also focus on the lowering part of the dumbbells or the eccentric. Again, as those dumbbells are coming closer to your body, breathe in. As they go away from you, go ahead and exhale. And you can go ahead and add some lateral raises as well. We got about 10 more seconds on this movement. Again, I like to go diagonal because it feels a little bit better on my shoulder as opposed to going fully lateral. Go ahead and rest now. I played football in college, so I got kind of beat up a little bit, so I like to go a little bit more diagonal. We got 2 more movements in. We have a floor march and then a dumbbell alternating curl, and that'll be the end of our strength class, friends. We got take those dumbbells. I'm going to go and do them a little bit more harder or advanced version. Again, you can do this in the prone position. You can put them in the neutral position, totally up to you. But let's go ahead and start that march. Again, you can also do these exercises without any weight. And feel free to kind of put those hands maybe across your shoulders or make a C around your ears and just really focus on bracing and squeezing your glutes. And bring your knees up towards your belly button. About 10 more seconds. Then we have 1 more exercise. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, nice little break. Good job, everyone. We got 1 more exercise, 1 more movement, a nice little bicep curl. And that'll be the very end of our strength class. We got about 10 seconds. Feel free to grab yourself a quick little sip of water before we end. 1 more exercise. Go ahead and have those dumbbells, your palms facing away from you. Go ahead and bring those dumbbells out towards your shoulders. Yeah, make sure you exhale as the dumbbells reach your shoulders. And go ahead and inhale as they come down toward your thighs. Almost finished here. Got about 10 more seconds. And try not to use your body to bring the dumbbells up to your shoulders. Really focus on isolating your biceps. Go ahead and rest now. All right, friends, nice job. Thank you all so much for joining today's strength class. Hope you all enjoy the very rest of your day. Have some fruits and vegetables, get some water. I will go ahead and stop the recording now. Thank you.
Dorian.